This waiting room is not necessary. Okay. I'll just go straight to the point. Strategic content creation for social media growth. And what really got my interest in this was when I observed that making money, selling on social media, growing on social media, does not happen by accident, right? So you don't just start maybe posting, creating videos, and then you are going to see people start following you or people start buying your product and all of that. And that's because a lot of people have quite a number of followers, but they find it very difficult to sell to those followers that they have. So for one reason or the other, people liked their page, people liked what they do, and then the people decided to follow them. Now they have the people who are following them, but then converting those people into customers, those people, making those people to give them money is an entirely different task. So, and then I observed that people who are very, very successful with social media, with content creation, with selling, have a particular pattern they follow with their content creation, right? So if you visit, oh, my voice is breaking. Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Awesome. So I noticed that successful social media accounts, they have this particular pattern they follow when it comes to the format they use in creating their content. Some of them use maybe a particular color with when creating content. Some of them have maybe they post 3 times a week, maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then if you look at the whole stuff, you'll notice that what they post on Mondays are very similar. What they post on Wednesdays are very similar. And what they post on Friday are very similar. Then for some accounts, you also notice that they post throughout the month. Then maybe from the 25th of that particular month, they start selling their products, maybe their courses or whatever it is they are selling. So usually every time, in every case, you notice that so big Instagram accounts have patterns they follow, right? So I know Instagram accounts that anytime you just see them, maybe on Instagram Live or maybe on Facebook Live, if you see them on Facebook Live today, or on Instagram Live today, before the end of the week, you should expect them to sell you something, right? So usually they'll not come live to do anything. They might make posts and all those stuff, but whenever they're coming live, just know that something is about to be sold within the week. So these patterns are strategic patterns these people are following to really, really monetize their audience, right? Because your goal is not just to gather people, you want to get people and then be able to sell to them. So in this evening, I'm going to share some very, very strategic type of content you should be creating. Now, the first is when it comes to content creation on social media, pattern is very, very important. Pattern is very, very important. And here's what you want to do. When people start online marketing, like newbies, when newbies start online marketing, they just start posting content with all this motivation, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Just post whatever comes to their mind and all of that. but you don't want to do that. And that's because selling involves you convincing people. And when you are dealing with people, one way the human brains work is humans like patterns, right? Humans have a way of blending, of fitting into patterns. So the average human being would prefer you take them through a path they are already familiar with than you take them through an entirely new path. And here's what I mean. If, let's say, you are traveling, let's say you are traveling from here to maybe VI, right? So you are going from Lekki to VI, and usually, okay, let me use from Lekki to Ikeja, right? So let's say you are used to traveling from Lekki to Ikeja, and the normal route is Lekki, then you pass through Third Mainland Bridge, Ikoyi, before going to Ikeja. But you pick this particular Uber guy, and then the Uber decides to follow one corner, right? That corner, you've never passed that corner before. And, there's a way you react by the time the driver takes a particular turn that you are very unfamiliar with. Probably, if you are wearing earpiece, you likely remove the earpiece in your ears so that you hear the road very well and all of that. So humans are more comfortable when something is irregular. And that's the first thing you want to do. You want to fit your audience into a particular pattern so that you become more predictable, right? So they know when to expect content from you. If you can go as far as having a particular time when you make posts, that will be awesome. But you should be very, very profitable as to when your audience should expect you, right? So if you want to post every day, cool. If you want to post maybe 3 times a week, that's still fine. If you want to make posts or make videos just once a week, that's still fine. But then you should have a particular pattern you are following when it comes to content creation, right? So people have a way to relate with you. For instance, one comedy channel I follow a lot is this Yawa guys. This Callistus of a comedian, right? So that's one person's comedy I've been watching for a very long time. And one reason why I like watching that guy's comedy is because they only post their videos once a week, and that's every Friday, right? So every Friday, at least before I sleep, I would like to visit their YouTube channel and see the video they created that day, right? Whereas there are other comedians who like post every day or post randomly, but this guy has been very consistent. And even though he's posting just once a week, anytime they upload those videos, they get a lot of views, right? So you pick a pattern you want to follow with your content creation. If you want to make it daily so that people know that they're expecting something from you every day, then you should show up daily. If you want to show up 3 times a day so that people know that they should expect something from you 3 times a week, then you should do that. If you want to show up once a week, that's still fine. But don't show up randomly, right? You show up today, they don't know when next they'll hear from you. They don't know when next they'll hear from you again. You need to create a pattern. That's very, very important. And also with all these social media platforms, if they notice you have a particular pattern you follow when creating your content, they have a way of putting energy into your account, right? So if you are somebody who, let's say Instagram observe that you make posts every Friday, and then people engage with your post every Friday. Every Friday, Instagram will be ready to push your post, right? Every Friday, Instagram will be ready to push your post. So have a particular pattern you are following for your content creation. For instance, on my YouTube channel, I make sure that I post something every day, right? I post every day on YouTube, regardless of what happens, whether it's a short video or whatever long video. I make sure I post a video on YouTube once a day. And any day that I don't post a video, it's completely not normal. So create a pattern. Then the second type of content you want to create are contents about yourself, right? If you have an Instagram page, a Facebook page, or whatever platform you are using, you should have at least one post that really shares your personal story, right? So this is very important because, once again, one thing you need to realize is people buy from people. Okay, people buy from people, and that's why I always recommend that you use your name on your Facebook page. Okay, have your name on your Facebook page. It's very, very important. If you have a company, well, you can have a company page and still have your personal page, but having your own name, your own picture on your page really helps a lot. Really helps a lot because it creates trust faster. So it removes that time when people are trying to figure out who they are buying from. So recommended, use your page, then have your story on your page. Okay, this is very, very important. Just take a look at your life, and then you'll be able to figure out a particular time when something happened that you can create content out of. Okay, and what this kind of post will help you do is people who are probably passing through what you passed through, what your story talked about, will be able to relate with you very, very fast. And how I apply this is, when I created my Instagram account, I just created my Instagram account in 2021, I think November or so. So I created the Instagram account. The first thing I did was, okay, the product I was selling, I posted those products first. Then the next thing I did was to share one post where I talked about what did I even talk about? But I make sure I shared my personal story on that page. And usually people will say you need followers, people will say you should have done a lot of postings before you start selling. But I started selling immediately with this Instagram account because I made a very, very personal post that showed what I was doing, who I am, and what I'm passing through, or what I've passed through before, right? And the same thing on Instagram. I remember one time when I made a post on how about my NYC stuff, whatever, right? I think I made a post about how I was making money during NYC. And during that period, the way coppers were sending me DMs was, I didn't know that so much coppers were on Facebook seeing all of these stuff that are happening. So share a story. You need to have that on your page so that people will be able to connect with you at a very emotional level. So you have a lot of things have happened to you, right? A lot of things. So you cannot say you don't know what to share, you don't know what to talk about, you don't know which part of your life to share. A lot of things when you're a kid, when you're in secondary school, when you're in university, when you're serving, you worked in a company before, you worked in a private school where the boss was terrible, but find a story to share, and then how you're able to overcome that situation. It creates emotional connection. So that's the first type of content you should have on your page. So first, I said you should have a pattern when it comes to content creation. You should have a pattern. You're following either post every day, 3 times a week, once a week, once a month. Have a pattern. Put people in a frame of mind where they will expect you at a particular period of time. So they know when you'll be showing up for them and they'll be ready for you. And that period, they know there's a way they just condition their mind to commit to you at that point. Then the second point I said, you should share your personal story on your Facebook page. Share your personal, if possible. I've seen people pin those kind of posts on their pages. So if people visit your page, the first thing they will see is that post that you pinned. You can do that, right? You can do that. So share a personal story. If you want, you pin the story on your page so you can tell people who you are. Why are you doing, if it's affiliate marketing products you are selling, why are you doing affiliate marketing? okay, affiliate marketing helped me. I was jobless, blah, blah, blah. I joined affiliate marketing, blah, blah, blah. You have that story there, right? Also, maybe when you were a kid, you were maybe shy, you didn't like talking, you're an introvert, but now you've been able to overcome that. You can do the things you do, share that, and let people learn from it and let them connect with you. They'll know that you are somebody who has weaknesses, not one superhuman who is trying to just collect their money. That's the first type of content you need to have on your page. So you don't just go sharing content randomly, 15 tips to this, 15 tips to that. All those ones are very important, but you should have this on your page. Now, the second type of content you need to have is a content that shows the impact you are making on people, right? It's very important. Content that shows the impact you or your product or the service you are rendering has made on people. And this is very simple. You just need to share a review. Maybe somebody took your course and the person was able to achieve X result, and then the person sent you a DM. It's as simple as just taking a screenshot of that message and posting on your page, so that when people visit your page, they know that your product or your service is actually working for real people. Okay, that can change a lot for you. If you have a testimonial on your page, your conversion rate will go up very, very fast. And if you are using Instagram, there is this Instagram highlight they do that you can create. Have one highlight dedicated to testimonials or reviews. Okay. So one thing a lot of people don't know is when you are running ads, some people, when they see your ad, they'll first check your page first. They want to see your face. They want to see what you are doing. They want to see who you've helped. They want to see who has benefited from this thing you are selling before. So if you want to really, really, really sell, you need to have a post on your page that will show people what your product or your service has helped people achieve. So make sure, even if it's just once, you should have a testimonial or a review on your page. So somebody talked about a product, or even if nobody decides to maybe share how your product or service has helped them of their own will, you should ask them for it, right? So if one of the things I was doing back then is, if you buy my course today, tomorrow I'll ask you, did you enjoy the course and all of that, right? So that's what you want to ask them. If they didn't think out of for themselves that they should send you a review, you should ask them for it. And a lot of persons are going to give you. Some of them will turn you down, but that's fine. A lot of them will respond to you positively. You should post it on your page, right? You should post it on your page so that when people visit your page, they will see that whatever it is you are selling is something that is working. Okay, something that is working. And people don't want to be used as guinea pigs. They don't want to be the people you are trying to experiment your product on. So when they want to buy your product, they want to be sure that this product that they are buying is working, that's worked for people before. So chances are it will also work for them. So have a testimonial post on your page, and also do it once in a while. Once in a while, show the results people are enjoying from your course, show the result people are enjoying from your training, post it on your WhatsApp status, post it on your Facebook page, post it on your Instagram page, on Instagram story. I have them on YouTube. I post on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram. I always post student testimonials, student reviews. If somebody just sends me a message, hi Emmanuel, I've been enjoying your YouTube channel. Your YouTube channel is like a university. It's like the university to me now that ASU is on strike. I'll just screenshot it, and then one day when I don't have any idea of what to post, I'll just take that screenshot and share, right? So that people see that what you are selling is something that is working. Very important. So have a post that shares your personal story on your page. Have a post that share the impact your product or your service is having on people. Then the third kind of post you want to have is the post that will show your process. And what I mean by your process is, let's say you are a graphic designer. At least if you want to sell or you want to get clients, you should have at least one post that has a way of showing you creating maybe a design for somebody. It could be a picture of you sitting on your table and creating one design, right? But you should have a post like that. You should have a post like that so that people will see that you are actually doing this thing. And all this stuff sound very simple, but it's the simple thing that people are looking at. They don't have the time to be looking at the serious stuff, right? So they just want everything very simple, very basic, and that's what you want to give to them. Show them that, like on my Instagram, I have one highlight called freestyle. And freestyle, what I do under freestyle is maybe me working, or maybe I went to an event and all of that. So those are the kind of stories I save under freestyle. And what that will do is people have a glimpse of your personal everyday life. Okay, people have a glimpse of your personal everyday life, and you want to show that to them. So if you are, let's say, if you're into a business that involves you sending products to people, delivering products to people, take pictures of those products when they are going out, right? If you are somebody who run ads for people, you set up Facebook ads for people, make posts about your experience working with a client, or take a picture of your laptop when you're setting up a particular ad for a client. All those things help you create that connection with people so that making decision with you in mind becomes very, very easy, right? So you should always have a post, a content type that shows your process, Now, another type of content that you should have on your page is, this is somehow, but what you just want to do is to show people that you are brilliant, right? Those kind of content might not have any use, right? But you just show people that you are somebody who knows this thing, you are good at your craft. That's one type of content that you must have. It's called pepper them content. You want to show them that you have brain, that you are very intelligent, that you are skillful, whatever it is you are doing. You want to make them see that you are very, very good at it. Okay. And one way you can do that is maybe creating a post. And in that post, you are not only trying to teach people something. You just want to show people that you know what ordinary people don't know. Okay. So you are trying to display a very high level of intelligence. And what that will help you do is people will see you as somebody they can learn from. Okay. Obviously, nobody wants to learn from somebody they are better than. So you want to really place yourself that high. So you should have a post dedicated to showing your brilliance, post dedicated to showing your excellence, post dedicated to showing your genius, right? But what you're actually trying to do is to show people a kind of knowledge that is not on the street, right? So you want to show them that you know they can learn from you, right? You want to let them know that you have something to teach them. So you can apply this in whatever business you are doing. Okay, you can apply this in whatever business you are doing. So if you're a graphic designer, just make a post that shows something that only top graphic designers know about, right? Maybe you using a particular website that's not common. If you are a video creator, you using a particular software that ordinary people are not using. Okay. And if I want to make a post like that, for instance, let's say I want to make a post that shows that I'm a badass video creator, I could make a post about my experience in using Final Cut Pro. Okay. When it comes to video creation, everybody is using InShot, kind master and blah blah blah. But if you can show people that you know how to use a software like Final Cut Pro, they know that you are good with this thing, right? So find a way to apply that in your niche, in your industry, to show people that you are very, very, very good at your business. Okay, show your brilliance, pepper them. And when you are marketing, and then sometimes when you see people marketing, they are sharing maybe screenshots when people make payments, or screenshots of their earnings, or screenshots. It's just you trying to show people that this thing that I'm about, I know it. Okay, so you should make posts like that. First, share your I talked about sharing your personal story, then sharing posts related to posts that has to do with the impact your product or service is having on people. Then I talked about posts that will show people your process, and now posts that will show people your brilliance, or pepper them post, right? So you should be able to convince people that this thing I want to teach you, or this thing I'm selling, I want to sell to you. It is working. It has already worked for me, and I'm very, very good at what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, if you have this kind of post on your page, or on your first, you understand that we have different kind of people, we have different kind of persons in this world. Now, some people you just need little talking to convince them to probably buy your product, right? So if you just tell them that inside this course, you are going to get this, you are going to get this, you are going to get this, they will likely buy. Okay, those are very simple kind of people. Usually they are phlegmatics who don't have problem. They just want everything to be easy. Just tell them you can teach them, and then they will agree. But there are some kind of persons, all those melancholic people, who, as you want to sell something to them, maybe something that is just 1,000 or 2,000, they'll be asking you millions of questions, right? So people make decisions at different level of examination, different level, they make up their mind at different times, based on different triggers. And all of these kind of posts will help you punch everybody, right? To help you punch everybody. Some people, if you tell them, I'm going to teach you ABCD, they want to learn it. They'll just, okay, teach me, please. Some people, if you tell them, I'm going to teach you ABCD, they will not agree, right? But if you show them that I taught 50 persons how to do ABCD, they are convinced, right? That's another level. Some people, if you tell them, I want to teach you ABCD, they're not going to agree. If you tell them, I've taught 50 people how to do a particular thing, they'll not see agree. If you show them that this guy can do this stuff because I taught him, they will not see agree. But if you show them that you are very good at it, then they are convinced, right? So that's still another kind of persons who make decisions at different levels. While some others, all these three steps could convince them. If you tell them, okay, all these three steps will not convince them. If you tell them, I want to teach you, they will not agree. If you tell them, I've helped some amount of people, they will still not agree. If you show them that you can do, you are very good at this thing, you want to teach them, they are still not convinced. But if you show them maybe how much you are making from this thing you are about to show them, then you get their attention, and then they're able to give you their money, right? So these are people just based on different personalities making decisions from different clues. And these different kind of content that I've just talked about will help you get like everybody in any of these categories. Then finally, is it finally, or maybe second to the last, the next type of content you want to be creating are educational content. And these are the type of content where you just share value with people, and then just help them upgrade their life, help them learn something very new, help them get better, basically. So you should have this kind of content by all means. on your social media as well, right? And this is the type of content that you should create more often, because people will, you get more followers with this type of content. And then that's because most persons on social media, they are looking for one thing to learn. They want to learn this stuff, they want to learn this stuff, they want to learn how to run ads, they want to learn how to do this. So if you're somebody who is teaching them all of this stuff, they'll start following you. And then if you want to sell your course to them, it should be like an upgrade, offer more value than what you were teaching them for free. So that is that. Then the next thing you need to take note of when it comes to content creation is, don't try to create content for everybody. And what you just want to do is to pick this particular kind of people you want to work with. And I've talked about you identifying your ideal customer, identifying your ideal client. You want to decide, okay, these are the kind of persons I want to build my community around. I want maybe ladies between 24 to 40 years, or I want to build an audience of people who are interested in, let's say, starting their own, or maybe people are interested in LinkedIn marketing. I want to build an audience of people who are interested in online business. I want to build an audience of people. So just decide the kind of people you want to create. You want to build an audience of, and then your content basically is directed at helping those people move from point A to point B, right? So if you, let's say you want to build an audience of people who are interested in building a successful career on LinkedIn, for instance, then it's just a matter of you finding out what do they need, from beginners who don't know anything, zero level, to the point where they can start getting clients on LinkedIn, right? So they'll need to set their LinkedIn account, can create a post, a tutorial to teach them how to create their LinkedIn account. Then you can teach them how to optimize their LinkedIn account. Then you can teach them how to network with other business people on LinkedIn. You can teach them how to run B2B ads. So just find out who you want to help and what will it take to help them achieve what they want to achieve. So all of those components that it will take to help them achieve their desired result, break it down into different pieces of educational content. And that's basically how easy it is to come up with content to create. The way I do it is, for instance, on my YouTube channel, I'm focused on people who like online business, right? People want to make money online, want to build different type of online business. So every day from Monday to Sunday, I have different topic categories that people who are interested in online business will be interested in. For instance, people who are interested in online business, they basically like shortcuts, right? So they believe that since it's online, it should be easier than everyday hustle on the street. So I'm trying to look for websites that will give them all of these shortcuts, that will make life easy for them. Also, people who are doing business online are interested in running ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads. So I try to create tutorials that will teach them all of that. Okay. So you just want to find out the people you are trying to attract, the people you are trying to create content for. What do they need to achieve their desired results? So your content should just be able to facilitate them to achieve the big result they want to achieve. And if you can do that, then this is how you create an online course, right? It's very simple. Find particular kind of people, find out what they want to learn. So let's say they want to learn video editing. So you create content to attract them by teaching them the basics of video editing. You can talk about different apps, simple tricks. Then once you get them to a particular point, definitely they want to go further, right? They want to learn more, they want to become better. Then you create a course that will give them that quantum leap. Okay, so they will not have to crawl again. So that course will just be like the ultimate key they need to become that top video creator they have always dreamed of becoming. So with this, you don't need 200 posts on your Instagram. You don't need 50 million posts on your Instagram for you to make sales, for you to make money. If you can create your content more strategically